It worries me a little bit how often I see people online accuse people of playing the victim when they're actually just sharing their experience. So, I'm going to talk about the difference between playing the victim, which is a real thing, and sharing an experience. And don't get me wrong, there is value in recognizing when someone is playing the victim. It can be a red flag, and it is a tool that people use to manipulate others. The key here and the difference between someone who's just sharing their experience and someone who's playing the victim is the motivation behind it. Someone who's sharing their experience is just being vulnerable, they're looking to process their emotions, they're finding ways to heal, and sharing your experience with others, especially in forums and environments and with people who may have experienced similar experiences, is a way to process your emotions. They're sharing a reflection of what happened. It's thoughtful and accurate. They're not looking to manipulate anybody or evade accountability. You can also kind of hear someone sharing their experience without playing the victim when you hear or see in ways in how they reflect on what happened, where they're taking some type of form of accountability. They're sharing what they've learned from the experience, what they're learning, and how they're educating themselves so they don't find themselves in similar situations in the future. If you've been traumatized or have experienced something unpleasant, it could be something small. It is important to be able to feel free to share your experience, process your emotions with someone, process your emotions in a way that's healing for you. And I really hope that people can be able to continue to do this without being shamed or feeling unsafe to tell their story because they're going to be accused of playing the victim. Overusing that playing the victim card is just another way to silence someone who's experienced something that's been harmful. It really hurts the community as a whole because what we're really looking to do is learn from our experiences and protect ourselves so we can be safe and healthy in our relationships. It often takes a lot of courage for someone to open up and be vulnerable and share that they've been on the other end of being victimized by either something horrific or that they just experienced something unpleasant and they're disappointed by it. However, someone who's playing the victim is motivated by manipulation. Their goal is to control the narrative. They're not able to take accountability. The way they share what happened is exaggerated. They continue to see themselves as the victim even after evidence shows the contrary. This type of sharing comes off as attention seeking, and it appears that person is trying to fully place the blame on someone else and continue to be the victim and never learn from their part in that situation. And y'all might know by now I like to share examples because that's how I learned. So here's an example that I found on the Google machine. An example of playing the victim is saying, I can't believe I didn't get selected for that project. I'm always left out. I'm never selected and I'm never good enough. An example of sharing your experience is, I was disappointed that I didn't get selected for that project, but I'll take the feedback to improve my chances for next time. That's just a little petty example, but you can see the tone and the difference between sharing and playing the victim. There's always going to be people who are going to continue to play the victim, and there's always going to be people who are going to accuse the wrong people of playing the victim. It's all a manipulation tactic. Understand that sometimes if you're sharing and you're being vulnerable and someone's accusing you of playing the victim and you know that you're not, you're just sharing an experience, that sometimes that person is an abuser or manipulative person and they're trying to keep you quiet from sharing your experience, or you're attacking things that they've done and they're not ready to look at themselves and take accountability. So I hope that people will continue to utilize spaces and opportunity to openly share their experiences, even when they're negative, so that other people can learn from them. Because that's the reason why we communicate with each other after all, is to learn from each other's experiences and to connect. And we're not always connecting over positive experiences. Sometimes we're connecting over negative ones, and it's important for people to continue to be able to feel safe to share those negative experiences and what they learn from them. I hope this helps. Bye.